Hey guys, I'm Tina and welcome to Well and Tasty, where I share fun and easy recipes that you can whip up in your own kitchens. First off, let me say Happy New Year! This is my first video of 2021 and I just want to wish you guys all the best for this new year. I know we're coming off from a tough year, but hopefully things turn up and that 2021 is a better year for all of us. I asked on Instagram if you guys would like to see my top 5 kitchen tools, and so in this video, that's what I'll be sharing with you. No cooking, we're just talking about the tools that I use the most in my kitchen. So let's just get right into it. The first kitchen tool I want to share with you guys this is so heavy, is my Creuset Braiser. This is the signature Braiser. I love this thing. If you've been watching my videos, then most definitely you've seen me using this pan over and over and over again. It is an investment. The Creuset is pretty pricey for a pot, but it delivers a whole lot on that money you spend. So I think it's a worthy investment. And it's just one of those things that I find if I see it on a wedding registry for a couple, I usually tend to get this because I know that couple will be cooking for a while with that pan. And it's just a great gift to receive. Other than the fact that it's so heavy, I really love this pan because it has very good heat conduction, pretty even heat conduction, and so when you're cooking in it you can be sure to get good color. If you're braising, it's perfect for braising. I use this on the daily, so my top favorite tool. Next up is my Vitamix blender. The Vitamix and I have a very interesting story. So I had wanted this blender for a very long time, and again they are pretty pricey, so I needed to justify spending that much money on a blender. And I remember talking with my husband about it and he was like, we can't spend that much on a blender. Fast forward a few months later and he's running the New York City Marathon, and we go down to get his bib number, and there's a demo station with the Vitamix. And this gentleman is showing you all the many things that you can do with your Vitamix. And this man turns around, my husband, turns around and says, we should get that. This is after I had wanted to get this for like maybe 6 months. But anyway, long story short, I got my Vitamix and I have been using this now for I think probably close to 8-9 years that I've been using my blender, and it still works perfectly. I use it for smoothies. I use it to blend a lot of things in. Another fun story, when my mom comes to the US and she comes to visit me in New York, she is very excited to use this blender because she can whip up anything. All our traditional African meals, Cameroonian meals can be blended up in no time and makes cooking such a breeze. So this is something that I use a lot and I absolutely love my Vitamix. Okay, so those last two things were expensive and heavy. Now I want to turn over to another favorite, and this is the large cast iron. Every kitchen should have a cast iron. These things are so wonderful. Again, even heat conduction, it's iron, so if you're anemic, it does help a little bit. So one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. So inexpensive. I think this is a 10-inch pan, and I think I paid about $12 for this. So they're very inexpensive, and again, you can use this over and over and over, and it will last you a long time. This is probably one of my best investments. All of that $12. I just love this thing. I use it especially if I'm doing like steaks, or if I'm grilling anything and I want more of that color on the meat. I like to go with this. I also like it because I can start on the stove top and then finish off in the oven if I want it. And I can do the same thing with my Creuset pan as well. But honestly, this large cast iron is just one of those things that belongs in every kitchen. Fun story about the cast iron pan. So I went through a few of them before realizing that honestly, I was messing up. So it's iron, and you know what happens with air and water and iron, it rusts. So when I bought my first one, I think after a couple of days, I noticed that it was rusting. So I tossed it out thinking, oh my God, I can't use this, it's rusting. Bought a second one and the same thing happened. And I was like, what is happening with my pans? And I know that a lot of people rave about their pans, so I didn't understand why mine was rusting. Well, went to YouTube and figured out that honestly, it's iron, so you have to make sure you dry it out. That way there's no water sitting on it that's gonna cause that reaction and cause your pan to rust. So once you're done cooking with it and you've cleaned it out, you just wanna put it back on the stove, heat it up to completely evaporate all the water that's in there. Once it's dry, you can just put like a couple of drops of oil, wipe it in, and you are all set with your pan. Again, this is something that you can use for years and years and years, and it just gets better the more and more you use it because it becomes more and more seasoned, and it almost feels like a non-stick pan. So this is such a great buy. Next, I want to move to storage containers. If you've been following me for a while, again, you've seen this on Instagram and even here on my YouTube channel, because I use this so much every day and practically every week. These are great for meal prepping, so I use these type, and these are the Pyrex glass containers. I switched all my storage to glass containers, and these are perfect for meal prep. Now, usually I do family style meal prep, so I cook a bunch of things, put them in their containers, put it in the fridge, and then as the week goes by, I can just reach in and dish whatever I want to make a plate for myself. So these are typically my meal prep containers. When it comes to lunch, back when I used to go into the office and I used to commute to work, I would prep my lunches in these and take with me on my commute. I really like this because the seal is so tight, it will not spill anywhere in my bag. So for those of you that commute to work or that pack your lunch, these are really great to carry your lunch with you to work. Now that I'm home and I'm not commuting as much, I still use it as food storage. So when I meal prep, or if I have leftovers, I would put them in these and store in my fridge. The last tool is this. Measuring spoons. I know. What? Measuring spoons are your favorite tool? Yes, they are, for many reasons. So I really like this because one, I live in New York City. We hardly have any space in our kitchens or anywhere in the apartment. So something like this that is magnetic and takes up very little space is priceless for me. Also, because it's magnetic, it stays together. And so you know how you can be reaching in the drawers looking for your measuring spoons? I never have to go through that with these because it stays together and I can reach into the drawer and get it right away with no issue. So I really like this set. The other thing that I really like about this set is the duality of the spoons. So you can actually, there are different maybe spice jars that you might want to reach into, and sometimes the opening of the spice jar is too small for a round tip, but it would fit just fine if I tried to go in with a slightly more oblong tip. And so again, I can use it many ways and I absolutely love it. And so there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 kitchen tools right now. If you guys like this kind of videos, I will definitely bring more and share maybe another top 5 that I enjoy using. But I wanted to give you guys the things that I use on a daily, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So please let me know down in the comment section what are some of your favorite tools, or if there's something that you want me to check out and review, then please leave your recommendation in the comments and I'll be very excited to check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.